Electrifying dogs. That's on
3, 2, 1. All right. On Friday, I started teaching reflex. Just put them in order. Just put them in the file. So on Friday, we talked about reflexes. We went through the whole process. We have 5 major reflexes as we went through on our do now. So are babies born useless, or do they have some sort of protective skills? Some sort of. I mean, I think we can all agree the startle reflex isn't going to keep a baby from being eaten by a bear, but at least it's going to do something instead of just sit there and say, no, don't eat me.
Bear walks really slowly. If the bear walks backwards and slowly, they'll survive.
There you go. So, when we are talking this week, today I'm teaching PJ, as you probably overheard me say to my girl Vanessa back there, that this is going to be on your AP exam. There's probably at least 1 question, probably 3 questions on PJ. He's a huge deal, he's a big deal, and that's what we're doing today, so it's a big day. Just a friendly reminder, tomorrow you have 11 through 20. You do not have an outline due tomorrow. Your outline is not due until Wednesday because your test is on Thursday for this week. On Wednesday you have 21 through 30 and outline due, and Thursday you have a focus in your study guide due. So please make sure you're ready for this week. I did tweet out a reminder for this week. Just so you know, I am going to try to do this whole work to contract thing. Have you heard of it?
What?
So Hillsborough County is not paying our pay increase. And I'm not really a union kind of gal, but I'm like trying to do this whole solidarity thing. Trying it out. It's not really my style as I'm an island in my room by myself. So I'm trying this whole thing. I've already broke it like 5 times. But I'm like trying, like I'm not supposed to get here till 7:10, so naturally I was here at 6:50. I'm not supposed to tweet out reminders and stuff like that on my time, so naturally I did that like 3 times yesterday and answered like 5 student questions. So keep in mind, I am gonna try. I don't have faith in it, but if I'm slow to respond, it's because I'm like trying this thing out. I don't think I'm gonna make it till Wednesday. But I am kind of trying. I think it is important that you do see that some teachers do work really hard, I guess. I'm trying to be trying to show solidarity. Can you just agree that I'm trying to connect with my peers? It's not going well.
Wait, so you're trying to work hard to prove that you should get a pay raise?
They're trying to work
I always work hard, thank you.
Yeah, no,
I would
I
like
know.
that in
I
context.
know.
No, I'm trying to do only the things I do on the clock, and that's it. Which I do a ton of stuff sitting on my couch at night.
Oh.
I do a ton of stuff like that. You're already planned because I did it over Thanksgiving. So I can really not do anything at 9 because I already did it.
Let's show solidarity.
Yes.
Not work after.
I'm trying. But I already had a couple people make comments that I'm not showing better solidarity. I really am trying. Sort of.
Not joining the union.
Oh, I'm not in the union now. All right, cognitive development, here we go. So cognitive development, you should have filled in earlier this week, yes? On Friday, I mean. Perfect. So the guy we're talking about this week is Piaget. He has 4 tiers. He has 4 tiers, and you need to know them in order. So if you look on your study guide super quick, you're going to see sensory motor. Put a 1 under sensory motor. Put a 2 under pre-operational. Put a 3 under concrete formal, concrete operational, and a 5 under, 4 under formal. I'm sorry, I was looking other places. 1 under sensory motor, 2 under pre-operational, 3 under concrete operational, and 4 under formal operations. That's what you need. Those are the order. You absolutely, 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 absolutely need to know them in order. So, while I'm doing this today, you're going to fill out primarily your focus. If you look at number 2, this is the box you're really going to be filling in. However, I'm going to give you a bunch of definitions that will fill in a bunch on your study guide as well. So we're going to go back and forth. But originally, I'd like you to fill out your focus before your study guide. So the first one is your sensory motor. So your stage is from 0, which is birth, to age 2. So write 0 to 2 in the stage box. No. Write sensory motor in the first box. I'm sorry, it's like I've never done this before. Then write 0 to 2. And then you're going to write the definition that I have here in that next box. And I'm going to tell you exactly what to write in that fourth box here in a second. So write down that definition right here. And I have a video to help you. So sensory motor stage is Piaget's first stage of cognitive development, okay, in which the infant uses its senses and motor abilities to interact with the environment. What games do we play with little babies? Peekaboo, absolutely. Have you ever played peekaboo with a kid? Anyway, did anyone on Thanksgiving play with a little baby and do any of your, like, reflexes? Were they doing it? Which one did you do? Did you do the cheek thing? Was it funny? They'll do it the whole damn day, won't they?
She's so cute. I don't agree with the cute part, but
They'll sit there all damn day and turn their head. Cool, I'm glad you did it. Now for Christmas, now you can play these games with. I want to show you how to trick little kids and make them think you're magical, because they're too dumb to figure it out. It's their development, it's not really their fault. Alright, so the first thing is that we talked about when you're dealing with sensory motor, kids love to play peekaboo. The reason why they love peekaboo is because they do not have object permanence. Okay, so on your study guide, I want you to write in this definition on your study guide where it says object permanence. Write that down. On your study guide, it's towards the bottom. You're going to write down this definition, leave the application alone, or you can write in peekaboo. It's perfect for your application. So when you play peekaboo with a little kid, you cover your face, and the kid gets sad, and then you go, peekaboo! And then you show them your face, and they squeal with joy. So, sad baby, happy baby, sad baby, happy baby. And the reason is because when they can't see your face, they think you're gone and dead at the bottom of a pit of hell. Then when you show them your face, you're there. And then they're like, oh my God, you're gone. Oh my God, you're here. Oh my God, they're gone forever in the depths of despair. Oh, I'm back.
What is a bad full face cover?
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. They literally think. So when a little baby cries when their mom leaves the room, it's because the baby can't see them. They think they have fallen into the pits of hell and they're never to return. That because I can't see you means you don't exist. So in the final box on your focus, you're going to write is struggling with object permanence. Object disappears if you can't see it. So in that final box, okay, you're going to write in what I have on the whiteboard. Struggling with object permanence. Okay? An object disappears if you can't see it. Which is why when the parents leave the room, the kids cry hysterically, like someone just wounded them. When the little ball they're playing with falls to the ground, they can't see it. They cry hysterically because they think it's literally gone and will never come back. That's why little kids cry so damn much. Because if they can't see it, it no longer exists. All right, you ready for my video? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate all of you so much. I miss you so much.
I hate all that.
New babies aren't quite sure what happens to objects when they leave their sight. Sky's mom keeps disappearing and reappearing. No wonder peekaboo is so much fun. During their first year, however, infants will learn an important concept: object permanence. Everything has a life of its own, even if it is out of sight.
At Maya's age, babies know to look for the object, but they might not have everything else straight. 10-month-old Simon is about to make a classic mistake. Although he watched us place the toy plane under the white cloth, he'll look for it where he last found it, not where he watched us hide it.
Okay. Stop it. All right, so your second stage. This one is going to take a lot of writing. It's the biggest and most important stage. Has the most stuff. So, pre-operational stage is the next here. So write in the terms pre-operational in the first box. I can't remember the date range.
2 to 7.
2 to 7? I think so. I think 2 to 7. And then you're going to write in this definition in your next box. Write small because there's a lot of stuff in it we're going to talk about. So we talk about pre-operational stage. It's Piaget's second stage of cognitive development, which the preschool child learns to use language as a means of exploring the world. So at this point, the child is speaking, can relate its opinions to a degree. and can express their own thoughts to a degree. In this stage, they master object permanence. You have to understand, whatever was in the previous stage they struggled with, they master it in the next stage. So they're going to master object permanence. However, they are struggling with, and just write out the words egocentrism. Don't write the definitions because they're going to be on your study guide. Does that make sense? So there's no point doing it twice. They struggle with, what the hell? They struggle with centration. They struggle with conservation. And they struggle with irreversibility. So do not write down all those definitions right now. You're just writing the things that they are struggling with. They have mastered object permanence. However, they are struggling with egocentrism, centration, conservation, and irreversibility.
Do we put that in the last box?
Yes, this is your last box here. So, egocentrism. Okay, egocentrism. So, I don't know if you know, but I used to work at Outback. I will not eat there again. So, I don't know if that tells you anything. Anyway, so I used to work at Outback, and on my birthday one year, I had to work. So, I was cranky already. And I had to sing Happy Birthday, which I absolutely hate that stupid song. And I'm taking it out on you, and I'm not really sure because you're like so sweet and kind. But damn it, it pissed me off. Happy birthday from the Outback crew. We wish it was our birthday so we can party too. Ugh, death.
Wait, and it was your birthday.
And it was my birthday, and I was singing this to this little girl. She was like 5 years old, and I was like, oh my God, it's my birthday too. Everyone goes to Outback on their birthday. I sang that song a bajillion times. So I was like, oh my God, it's my birthday too. I was like, how old are you? She's like, I'm 5. And I was like, oh my God, it's my birthday too. And she's like, it's my birthday. And I was like, no, I know. It's my birthday too. I was born today too. She's like, but it's my birthday. And like super bratty, I was like, but it's my birthday too. And I was so annoyed. I was like, well, happy birthday. And she was like, thanks. And I was like, well, it's my birthday too. And she's like, it's my birthday. And I was like, this little crappy kid.
And then she ended with like, bring me my food.
Where's my ice cream, clown? That is egocentrism. She can't see anything other than the things she cares about. Okay, have you ever talked to a little kid and asked them how their day was and stuff like that? Yeah, like, oh, I like this. Do they ever ask about you? No, they don't. They don't care about your birthday. They don't care about your day. They just care about them. That is egocentrism. I know, they're awful. Are we ready? You could be writing this down in your, study guide, which are, right there. What?
The book said that there's a difference between egocentrism and selfish, and being selfish.
Egocentrism is everything is kind of like about them. It's not a selfish thing. They literally can't. So, like yesterday, I hung out with McCrae, one of McCrae's work buddies, and his girlfriend. She didn't ask me a single question about, like, my life. I asked her, like, 15 questions. She just passed the bar. I was asking about her new firm she's working for. She's doing, like, all of these, like, really cool stuff. She did not ask me a single damn question. She didn't ask me, like, oh, how was Thanksgiving?
What if she's
I know her.
Did you fire?
Wait, you see that one?
No, she's not my nemesis.
maybe she already knows about you.
Maybe she's the new one.
But I at least play the game. Like, come on, play the game.
Did you really care?
Well, it's awkward sitting there in silence while my husband and her soon-to-be fiance, she doesn't know that yet, but like, are just sitting there just chatting because they, like, adore each other. They're, like, obsessed with each other. And there I am just sitting there, like, it's just awkward.
That's why you play on your phone.
No, she is, like, such a hippie, though, but she's, like, hardcore hippie. And, like, it's not, like, a fad. Like, it's a thing. She's trying to save the world. It's pretty cool. She's a pretty cool chick, don't get me wrong, but she does not give a crap about me. It's fine. It's fine.
She does care.
No, she doesn't.
Everyone cares about you.
No, that's so... No, I'm not egocentrical.
She's just jealous of you.
Not
I
that
don't
little girl
think
at
so.
Outback.
All right, you ready for my video?
Yeah.
Yes! This is my favorite section of the video. I love it. So we're going to trick little kids.
Can you look at
So, when you are at your holiday parties and there's little kids, this is the best way to steal food from them, trick them into thinking you're a magical monster or magically talented person. Take notes, people,
Why are you gonna steal the kids' food?
because it's awesome.
Can you look at these two glasses? Do you think that they have the same amount of juice? You think they have the same? Okay. Now we're going to pour this juice into this glass.
Look at her face. Look at her face.
Now, do you think that this glass has more juice?
She's like,
This glass
this
has more
woman is
juice? Or do you
magic.
think that they have the same amount?
That one has more.
This one has more, and why do you think that this one has more?
Because it's taller.
Okay, this is a perfect example of conservation. So on your study guide, I would make a note about this example. The girl said the two small glasses were the same. They pour it into the tall one. The shape of the glass changes. Ta-da! It's magic. Did you see her face though the whole time? She's like watching straight up magic in front of her. All right, so take a quick note to help you remember because this is like big stuff that you love on AP. This chick.
Okay, you ready?
This chick.
Okay. Does this row have more quarters? Does this row have more quarters, or do they have the same?
1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all the same.
They're the same?
5, 5.
Okay.
All goes downhill right now.
Oh no. So dumb.
Okay. Does this row have more quarters? Does this row have more, or do they have the same?
This one has
Oh my
That one has more quarters?
I know!
This row has more quarters.
Listen to her explain it.
It's more far away.
It's more far away.
Yeah, it's like
That it never-
far away.
No, I can't.
You're so dumb.
Why are you surprised?
It's like bigger. It's bigger.
Okay, that was conservation again.
Graham crackers.
Hello? That was another example of conservation.
Share them between me and you.
Her little
Okay?
pigtails are cute though.
Do you think that we shared those fairly?
No,
No, why not?
you share. You have those and I have this.
Well, what if we try this? Okay, can I put this down right there? Now is it fair?
Yeah.
Yeah, why is it fair?
Oh my.
Because we both have two.
Can you tell me what you see when you
He's
look
my
at that from where
favorite.
you're
He is
sitting?
so cute.
What are some of the things that you see?
He is so cute.
And a cat,
A cat.
and a tree, and a barn.
It's good.
Okay, now we're gonna do.
Okay,
the
so he saw from where the red shirt's sitting is he saw a cat, a bone, and a tree. So they just switched sides. So now he's looking at the other side of the volcano. So this is going to be centration and egocentrism here in a second. So just listen to it, but we're going to provide examples for those.
Hey, can you tell me what you see when you look at it from that stool?
An owl.
An owl.
And
He's got a watch on too.
What is that?
a goat.
He's cooler
A
than I will
goat?
ever be in my life.
Okay, is there anything else you see?
Yeah, right there.
Right there, what is that?
A tree.
A tree.
And there's another little tree.
Another little tree. Right. And can you tell me what I see when I look at this from where I'm sitting right here?
An owl.
Okay.
And a goat.
What side is he describing? In front of him or in front of her? In front of him. That's egocentration. The belief that whatever I'm experiencing, whatever I'm seeing, is what you are experiencing, what you are seeing. So, when the little kid's happy, he believes everyone in the world is happy. When the little kid's sad, everyone in the world should be sad. Okay? When you ask a little kid, how was your day? And they never ask you, how was your day? How was school for you? They don't care because they can't process that information. They can't envision someone else's life. So that's egocentrism. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That'd be like lack of sympathy.
It's not lack of sympathy. They literally just developmentally can't do it. Now, the chick I hung out with yesterday who couldn't ask me a single damn question, that's a lack of sympathy, lack of empathy, lack of, like, genuine concern. A little bit of bitterness, I would say, with thrown in on my side. It's fine. I enjoyed sitting there for 3 hours listening to my husband giggle.
He was so happy.
He was so happy. It was so cute. It was so cute. All right, so concrete operational is your next stage, and that is from 7 to 11. 7 to 12. That's fine. I think 7 to 11. And it is the third stage of cognitive development, in which the school-age child becomes capable of logical thought processes. During this stage, they master egocentrism, centration, irreversibility, and they are mastering logic. Today is a short day, right?
Yes.
Nice. I'm excited about a nap, I'm not gonna lie.
In the book, it didn't flat out say logic was what it was, so I picked the ones that they had in like italics,
What did they write?
abstract constructs, and stuff.
I think they're struggling with them. They're not mastering them. You're not going to master them until later.
Would that still be following a major vocabulary terms?
Yeah, I would write, just scratch out and write logic. They're struggling with logic.
I don't have like.
So they're just, the only thing they're struggling with now is logic.
Yeah, they're practicing it, but sometimes they're going to falter, which you're going to see my little kid here trip up here. He's so cute, though. He's so passionate about it. You know what I mean? You got to give it to him. All right, you ready? Can I show you my video? My little kid? He's a little sassy, and I like it.
So first we're going to look at these two cups right here. Do you think there's the same amount of juice in this glass as there is in
She's
that
so
glass?
hardcore about it, too, and I love it.
They're even? Okay. So we're going to take the juice from this glass and pour it into this one right here. Okay, so now we're going to look at this glass and that one. So do you think that there's more juice in this glass, more juice in this glass, or do you think that they have the same amount?
Same amount.
Okay, why do you
Yeah,
think
what'd you master?
Just because this is skinny doesn't
Hello?
mean it.
Conservation. She mastered it.
I would probably get that wrong.
I wouldn't be proud of that, Jackson. I actually wouldn't be proud of that at all.
This one is just wider and this one's skinnier, but they have the same amount of juice.
It says, if you hit a glass with a hammer, the glass will break.
I knew that.
And then this one says, Dawn hit a glass with a hammer.
I knew that too.
So what happened to the glass?
It broke
It broke. Why did it break?
because the hammer's hard.
If you hit a glass with a feather, the glass will break.
No, it won't.
And this is the second rule. Dawn hit a glass with a feather. What happened to the glass?
Nothing.
Nothing happened. Why didn't anything happen?
Because the feather was soft.
Okay, so he's using his own previous experiences and relaying it back to the situation using logic. He's seen feathers, he's touched feathers. Feathers aren't going to break the glass, so logically, a feather can't break glass. All right, then you have formal operational, which is your fourth and final stage, and hopefully we've all made it to this level in our lives, which means we've mastered logical thought and we are making our way to abstract thought. It is important to understand that not all of us are going to reach the same level of abstract thoughts. Some of us are going to be able to really think big picture outside the box, and other people are going to be very limited. For instance, I will tell you right now, I do not get this theory of relativity. Like Einstein's theories and this whole, like, all those, like, super scientific theories, even when they're dumbed down to my level, I still can't grasp because I don't have that abstract thought to think of things in other ways. Like, I'm not even going to front you. Like, I know what the theory's talking about, but I just can't, like, grasp that understanding. Like, I can regurgitate a couple things back to you about it, but, like,
You know, it's like a really tricky theory.
no.
And, well, it's not really a theory.
No.
No, so it's like.
No.
Theory of the big man.
No, it's not a theory. It's like a concept. So if you have to choose between three things, pick
Oh,
one.
yeah.
And they say that one of the two that are like that you didn't pick, one of them is wrong. Then statistically, if you switch to the other one, you have a 66% chance.
Oh, right, yeah.
Isn't that like the Wheel of Fortune thing?
Yeah, it's
Or the Price of Right? What is
Price
it?
Is Right.
The
Yeah,
Price
we
is Right
switched
thing?
it.
Yeah, you always switch. I've heard of that. I went through school too, you know.
Well, I mean, it's like, you know, it's kind of like Burger Out Minecraft.
No, I get that. No, it's like the whole, like, you can travel on light crap.
What?
Alright, here we go. Oh, adolescence.
What was your the third part?
If you hit a glass with a feather, the glass will break. And the second one, Don hit a glass with a feather. What happened to the glass?
It broke.
And why did it break?
Because the rule says if you hit a glass with a feather, it'll break. So if you hit a glass with a feather, it broke.
I think 12, 13.
She's 35.
She's like she's either in her 30s or like 12.
So she says that they give the same rule. If a feather, the law one is feathers can break glass, and then they say Stephen takes a feather and hits the glass. What happens to the glass? She says it breaks because think about it. If you manipulate a feather, you shoot at the feather at the glass at like 100 miles an hour. What's going to happen to the glass? It's going to shatter, of course. You just think about it in other abstract ways. It's going to break. Okay. Oh my God! Maybe you should
Super
think
feather.
more abstractly.
No feather should do that. No feather could be shot at 100 miles an hour. How's that?
I enjoy every single moment
It
with
doesn't,
you.
it doesn't
So
have the weight to be shot like that. It would literally just deteriorate.
Wait,
there you go, abstract.
Okay, so
3,
if you-
2, Nico, live life, man, live life. So in your fourth and final box on there, abstract thoughts are capable. Another example is. Maybe by now you're starting to like enjoy like super artsy films. Do you like super artsy films? Some people love them. Some people hate them. McCrae absolutely hates them and just can't stand it. Did you guys see the movie Get Out?
Yeah.
Okay, if you saw the movie Get Out and you just watched it on a very superficial thing, some white girl brings her black boyfriend home for the weekend, and then the parents try to kill him. I think we can all agree. And then the boyfriend's the MVP. I mean, the best friend is the MVP, comes in and saves everyone in the end. Okay, superficially, that's the plot, correct? However, as young adults who are intelligent, you saw that there are multiple layers to that film, right? It's a social commentary on race relations here in the United States in 2017. Yes? Did we figure that out? Did you
I thought it was
maybe?
just a scary movie.
Seriously? Okay, good. Okay, so with that being said, you know, there's some people who are going to easily pick up on that stuff. I pick up on that stuff. I think that stuff's interesting. I went to the movies with my friend Cook, and yeah, Cook didn't get it. Cook didn't get it. He was like, well, that was weird. It was a pretty simple movie. So then I sent him like the BuzzFeed article explaining the whole movie and all like the things, and he was like, oh, wow, I get it now. And went back to see it a second time because he's like, I totally missed all this stuff. So some people are better at abstract thoughts. Some people have very shallow abstract thoughts. You're going to have to develop them and shape them to be whatever they want. All right. Vygotsky. So here we go. Process, he believes in scaffolding. Scaffolding is when you teach a skill, you help, and then let that person, and then you teach a new skill. That's how my classroom runs. Have you noticed at the beginning of the year, I used to do everything for you, and now most of the time I'm a distraction, especially for do-nows? Hello? Yeah, I'm usually the liability in the room, usually distracting everyone. That's scaffolding. At the beginning of the year, I did absolutely everything. Then I taught you how to do it. Then I would be there with you saying, okay, do this next, do this next, do this next. And now that you guys have mastered that, now I'm just like sitting there heckling you, mostly, is what happens. Okay, so.
What verb?
Heckling?
No, scaffolding.
Scaffolding, yes. It's the action of doing it. Okay, so Vygotsky believes that we learn things from scaffolding and zone of proximal development. He believes that a child can learn to do things and what a child can learn to do by himself and what a child can do with a teacher. Which one do you think is more important, the one with the teacher or one by themselves? Teacher. He really believes that the teacher is the key. However, the kid also has to process information by themselves as well. All right, we'll get to Vygotsky tomorrow. Have a good day. Make good decisions. I'll see you tomorrow.